We'll start soon. So today we are working with translation. The main language is English, but if you need any translation in Russia, please choose the right language below your Zoom screen by clicking on globe button. So the main working language is English. Фонит. We're checking the sound now, so I'm checking the sound. Probably, yeah, it's better.
Nếu anh nhìn thì là ghi bên phải thì là ghi nhé, thì ghi bên phải thì là ghi cái chục tháng này bên phải. Thế anh có lời này bên phải. Cái ai? Hai cái ghi này đấy phải nói là đứng từ ngoài nhìn vào nhưng sau nhìn ra đứng từ bên cạnh nhìn xiên. Đứng từ ngoài đường nhìn vào là ghi thì biết là ghi bên phải.
Раз.
Скажи как? Cái nhà nằm bên bên trái đúng không?
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We are ready to start our special session. Our special session is organized by StartUp Club, by All Russia Public Organization Business Russia, Center for Entrepreneurship within the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Before we start, just several technical issues. So today we are working with simultaneous translation. So please, if you would like to hear us in English, please select English by clicking the globe button below your Zoom screen. So below your Zoom screen, you see the globe button. Please choose English language if you would like to hear us today in English. Пожалуйста, если вы хотите прослушать сессию сегодня на русском языке, выберите русскую звуковую дорожку. Внизу в Zoom значок глобуса. Okay. So let's start this special session by the introductory speech of Dennis Didkovский, CEO of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Chairman of the StartUp Club. Dennis, please.
Good morning and welcome everyone. We are just hosting today's session within the Global Entrepreneurship Week. We opened the Global Entrepreneurship Week yesterday, and we host Global Entrepreneurship Week 13th time in history, together with 180 countries. Global Center for Entrepreneurship is the organizer for Russia, and we do a lot of activities together with Деловой России this week. And I want to say big thanks to Деловой России for helping us to arrange that session today. I also would like to invite you this week, who is interested, to Startup Day, because on Thursday we host the whole day specifically for startups. This is the full day session for that. We are very glad that we do it every year, and we do it the 8th time in a row with the support of Ministry of Economic Development of Russian Federation. The Ministry of Economic Development of Russian Federation supports the Global Entrepreneurship Week, and more than 60 regions of Russian Federation are participating in activities of the Global Entrepreneurship Week. Today we host the session dedicated to export, and this is within the format of Startup Club. You know that together with Деловая Россия, we do the Startup Clubs since April this year, and we do it twice a month. This is very interesting and interactive format that proved to be very successful for all participants. This is not a kind of investment pitch. This is a format where startups are seeking and getting support from communities, from international communities, from investors, and from entrepreneurs. A lot of members of Деловая Россия are participating from specific industries, and they exchange their contacts, their ideas in that interactive sessions. That's usually very helpful for startups. So again, welcome on board, and let me open today's session and just pass over the word to Olga Aleshina. She represents Деловая Russia today.
Добрый день, дорогие друзья. Денис, спасибо большое за предоставленное слово. Коллеги, как сказал Денис, мы проводим наш стартап-клуб с марта этого года. За более чем полугода формат у нас стал регулярным. Мы очень благодарны вам за то, что вы постоянно принимаете участие как в качестве выступающих со своими проектами, так и в качестве экспертов. И по запросу наших предпринимателей, которые представляют свои проекты, мы приняли решение, это было летом, проводить раз в квартал именно международные сессии. Сегодня мы остановились на Европе и Азии, потому что было самое большое количество запросов как от проектов, так и от делоросов. И мы уверены, что наши бизнес-послы Деловой России и привлеченные эксперты дадут конструктивную обратную связь, и наша сегодняшняя встреча пройдет максимально полезно. Поэтому передаю слово Ани. Спасибо вам большое.
Yeah, thank you so much for this introductory words and welcoming words for our participants. So we thank again all the experts who joined us from the Asian region. Today the session is divided in two parts. We will have the Asian market first in the morning, and then we will pass to the European market. And within each session we have startup projects. We're going to pitch their startups for the experts. So to remind you the format, we will have up to 6 minutes for the pitch, and then 20 minutes for questions and answers. In order to ask your question, you can do it by two ways. You can type it in a chat room here in Zoom, and I will ask it to our participants, or you can raise your hand. Also, please use Zoom button in order to raise your hand, and I will pass the word in order you can ask the question by yourself. So again, I hope that everything is okay with the translation. Please also type in chat if you have any problems, so we can manage it. And if everyone is ready, I'm happy to present you the first project. It's Anna Plaxina. Anna, please share your screen. Show us your pitch deck. Yeah, please turn on the full screen mode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well. Yeah, please start.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's start. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anne Plakina. I'm a doctor, and I'd like to present our project, Coagal Petris Analyzer. Now, 30% of patients in multifunctional hospitals are diagnosed with blood hemostasis complications, of which are among the top 3 death reasons in the world. There is a problem to identify blood clotting arising from critical illness, including COVID, which increase risk of thrombosis by 30%. Diagnosis of hemostasis is performed in laboratories using imported equipment, parts and reagents, for which are imported from abroad and require high volume of blood. Currently, there is no possibility to identify blood hemostasis using portable instruments in the fields without doctor participation. Another complication that should be considered is that majority of doctors are currently involved in treating COVID patients, leaving less time for them to work to identify blood clotting. And we offer the solution of the problem, analyzer, which diagnoses instruments that performs comprehensive whole blood hemostasis and is used to assess bleeding and thrombotic risk, monitor antithrombotic therapies without doctor involvement. We have 3 competitors, is Rotem, Tech, and PM, but our competitive advantages are no requirements to sufficient, automatic issuance of conclusion and recommendations, no installation requirements, open system of reagents and consumables, production in our own domestic industrial line, which guarantee always available short delivery time, and possibility to use our technology. Our target, you can see at the slide, there are B2B, and there are more than 30,000 medical organizations, more than 120 million patients per year, and among B2G, there are armed forces, military police, federal emergency, and other government structures like railroad, hospital, and other.
Sorry, there is
patients,
there is a problem with the sound.
Okay.
Anna, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? It's okay?
There is some issues with the sound. We can't hear you well.
But now it's okay.
Okay,
can you try now? Sorry for
you can
interrupting.
see the main target group. There are critical patients, including COVID patients with oncology and surgery conditions, pregnant women, infertile couples, and other patients of assisted reproductive centers. You can see the business model. Instrumental cost is 100 ruble, 1,000 ruble, with market value of 1 million ruble, which is less than the competitors up to 30%. Now we have current state. We have working prototype with 20 years service. Finished accelerator, we have roadmap and project concept, production site. We have invention and orders from 5 medical organizations and contracts with organizations for region. And we need investment of 12 million with payback period 1.5 years and share in business 20%. We want a new version, mass production and sales in Russia at the end of 2022 years and export at the, and export and the 1st of January. 23 years, and our team includes 6 persons with medical and technical skills. We want that in person to join our team. Thank you for your time. I'm ready to answer your question.
Thank you, Anna. Perfect timing. We had some issues with the voice, but I think that you saw the presentation. Anna, please leave the presentation on the screen so the experts can ask questions. Yeah, please raise your hand or type your questions on the chat box so we can know more about the project of Anna. Okay, waiting for questions.
Okay, I see the first question. Can you tell how to do your plan to acquire?
Yes, Anna, can you tell how do you plan to acquire customers?
Can I help from interpreter and I will answer in Russian language.
Yes, you can answer in Russian.
Мы имеем opinion лидера. Мы выступаем на конференциях, естественно, это публикации и деловые выставки прибора и конференции, которые тематически посвящены проблеме нарушения свертываемости крови. А также юзеры, которые распространяют оборудование. Да, слышно меня было?
Yes, yes. Okay, so any other questions? Anna, what countries do you target and why?
Так как основные тромбоэластографы являются производством Италии, США и Европы, мы бы хотели предложение, и почему сегодня участвуем на азиатской площадке, потому что мы считаем, что было бы интересно представителям из Азии создать данный прибор вместе с нами. Но, тем не менее, наш прибор не уступает и, наоборот, превосходит наших оппонентов, RTM-Tech, так как он является более мобильным, точнее, это одно из преимуществ, и позволяет брать меньше объема крови у новорожденных детей, в том числе и у пациентов в критическом состоянии, что не позволяют сделать наши аналоги европейские и американские.
Thank you, Anna. Any other questions? Yeah, maybe a question from me. So, Anna, at what stage are you right now? And what are your further, next steps you would like to achieve?
Как я уже сказала, мы готовы к выпуску первого образца. Поэтому мы, имея медико-техническое задание, имея конструкторскую документацию, ищем инвестора, и это будет следующим шагом уже на имеющихся производственных площадях запуск производства первого образца, который будет соответствовать требованиям, нашим заявленным требованиям.
Thank you. Okay, if we don't have...
Анна, добрый день. Можно вопросы, да?
Да, конечно.
Анна, добрый день. Скажите, пожалуйста, производство вы собираетесь в России, да, именно проводить, или можно в других странах ваших планов?
Мы изначально планировали производство в России, но в настоящее время мы рассматриваем совместное производство, так как нам необходима квалифицированная команда. Если мы достигнем взаимопонимания и сможем объяснить все наши требования, я думаю, что возможно в других странах также развертывание производственных площадей, которые будут соответствовать требованиям конструкторской документации для изготовления прибора.
Понятно. А вот ориентировочно вы почитали себестоимость, насколько снижается, допустим, производство, если организовать в Китае, чем в России? То есть подобный данных?
Себестоимость и так составляет, скажем, минимальная, так как я показывала на слайде 100 тысяч рублей. Я думаю, что да, прирыночный 1 миллион не намного снизится.
Хорошо, спасибо.
Спасибо.
Yes, I would ask our experts to represent yourself before asking questions. So the startup can identify a person who is asking the question. And also, please raise your hand if you would like to ask question, and we will pass the word so you can do it. You can raise your hand by clicking the raise hand button on the Zoom. Okay, so any other questions for Anna? So you can reach out to Anna if the project is interesting by the organizers of this session. So please feel free to contact them in order to have Anna's contact. Thank you. In this case, if we don't have any other questions, Anna, thank you so much for your presentation. And I would like to invite Sergey Karamyshev with portable oxygen generator to share his screen. Sergey, if you're ready, please share your screen.
Unfortunately, I cannot share my screen because I cannot connect Zoom from my...
Okay, Sergey, we will share your presentation. Сергей, если вам удобнее, вы можете говорить на русском, и наши переводчики вас переведут. Сейчас мы секунду расшарим экран с вашей презентацией.
Да, к сожалению, что-то не подключилось со стационарного компьютера, а сейчас вот с телефона только могу вещать.
Секунду. Коллеги, сейчас. So we will share the presentation of Sergey. Сергей, вы хотите начать, пока мы подключаем вашу презентацию?
Давайте. Значит, для начала. Итак, мы предлагаем генератор кислорода, портативный, простой, для простого домашнего применения. Мы считаем, что этот генератор может быть очень сильно востребован в нынешней ситуации с ковидом. потому что, ну, по статистике, по оценкам медиков, порядка 60% населения, всего населения земного шара в итоге заразится этим ковидом, как минимум, и из них 5-10% может оказаться вот в тяжелом состоянии, когда требуется кислородная поддержка. Кислородная поддержка – это почти единственное, что может, так сказать, доказано помогает от ковида. И, собственно говоря, для чего люди отправляются в госпиталь, это в основном для того, чтобы подышать кислородом. Если у них появится этот кислород дома, то вполне возможно, что им и не потребуется госпитализация. Значит, мы разработали два вида генераторов. Первый генератор – это так называемый твердотопливный. Это картридж, который устанавливается в нагреватель, и при подключении к электричеству этот картридж нагревается и выделяет кислород. Значит, примерно на полчаса работы. Второй вариант – это так называемый жидкотопливный, жидкореагентный. Это работа перекись водорода. При добавлении катализатора происходит разложение перекиси водорода, генерируется кислород. Значит, это более простой вариант, более дешевый и не привязанный к электричеству. Значит, оба этих варианта опробованы, и эти варианты, ну вот, они на нашей презентации показаны. Значит, мы считаем, что эти вещи могут быть широко востребованы именно в Азию, в Африку, в третий мир, в бедные страны, в СНГ, в регионы России, в Индию, Латинскую Америку и так далее. Сама конструкция наших этих аппаратов, она очень проста, дешевая, ну и может производиться там, легко быть произведена там миллионным тиражом в короткий срок. Значит, мы ищем, соответственно, партнеров, которые могли бы помочь в выходе на рынок, в развитии производства, в продвижении, в сертификации и в развитии продаж. С технической точки зрения мы имеем команду, которая имеет достаточные компетенции, имеются, соответственно, прототипы работоспособные, можем их показать. Вот, и можем, соответственно, техническую часть компетенции закрывать.
Сергей, вам нужен какой-то слайд или вы завершили презентацию?
Ну, я не знаю, я ж не вижу, что там есть, если вы там разделили, видели.
А, вы не видите то, что в Zoom, да?
Я не вижу, я работаю с телефона, только звук вижу.
Я поняла. Хорошо, вы завершили презентацию?
Ну, по крайней мере, я рассказал, что я видел, значит, что я считаю необходимым сказать в первую очередь. Готов ответить на вопросы.
Спасибо. Okay, so it was the presentation of Sergey. Sorry for technical issues we had. Please, it would be great if you can ask the questions or share your feedback regarding the project is this project interesting for the Asian market? So please. Ask the questions. You can ask them by raising your hand, so by voice, and also by typing in chat. It would be great to know if such projects, yeah, please, Vahid, I see your hand. Yeah.
Sorry, I could not understand the language, so, especially the last question, what is it about actually?
Okay, so to better present the idea, am I correct?
Yeah, and because you speak in Russian, so I don't understand last presentation. What is it about actually?
Okay, thank you. Сергей, вы можете, пожалуйста, еще раз уточнить, в чем цель разработки и где она может быть применена?
Цель разработки – это генератор кислорода для бытового применения вне госпиталя. Медицинский кислород в первую очередь сейчас наиболее востребован, это для лечения ковида. Кроме этого, может быть и также востребован и для лечения обычных легочных заболеваний, таких как туберкулез, таких как нарушение сердечного ритма и так далее. Эта разработка, она предназначена для того, чтобы она была у человека дома, в квартире, чтобы он мог в случае ухудшения состояния резко включить этот аппарат, соответственно, подышать кислородом, ну и, по крайней мере, дождаться приезда скорой помощи. А может быть, просто даже подавить приступ и жить дальше до следующего приступа. То есть это именно аппарат для бытового применения в нестационарных, не госпитальных условиях. Ну, также может быть применен и для временных госпиталей, полевых госпиталей, в случае обострения ковида, а также для временных приспособленных помещений, где нет стандартной разводки кислорода, характерной для нормальных больниц. То есть это аппарат для генерации кислорода, кислород для дыхания, дыхание кислородом для лечения, в первую очередь, ковида.
Спасибо, Сергей. У нас есть следующий вопрос. Я вам задам их на английском, но у вас будет перевод. So, tell us more about your go-to-market strategy. For instance, to ASEAN, you will produce in ASEAN for ASEAN markets, or you produce in Russia and export the final products to ASEAN markets. What is your strategy?
Я думаю, что здесь зависит от того, что предложит партнер. Мы можем как производить это в России, поставлять коробки, соответственно, на вот этот азиатский рынок, либо производить и там на месте. То есть как один из вариантов, это, допустим, мы бы производили у себя катализатор, а заполняли жидким реагентом на месте. При этом в качестве местного производителя, который мог бы делать, например, вот эти вот генераторы с жидким реагентом, можно было бы приспособить, собственно говоря, любую фабрику по разливке жидкостей, то есть, условно говоря, по разливке Кока-Колы, эта же фабрика, это же оборудование могла бы наполнять, собственно говоря, реагентом и бутылки, соответственно, этого генератора. Ну, а мы бы поставляли пакетики только с катализатором, а там бы комплектовали на месте. Ну, это как вариант. Возможно, вариант поставки целиком от нас.
Okay, thank you. So just quick notions. If you don't hear English language, please choose the English translation. Below your screen, you have the globe button. Click on it and choose English language.
Sorry, which one? On the...
Below your screen, you see the globe button.
The globe?
Yeah, the globe button.
Oh, globe interpretation. Okay, right. Okay.
Yes, please choose the English language.
All
Yeah.
right, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So to hear the translation.
Okay. Thank you. Now done. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, and the other notion, please, I see that many experts are joining us now. Please rename yourself in order we can see your name and organization you represent. Rename yourself in Zoom. Okay, any other questions for Sergey? We will wait some time. You can ask the question or by typing it in the chat room or by raising your hand here in Zoom. You have the button, raise your hand. You can raise it and ask the question. Okay, so if we don't have any questions or feedbacks for Sergey, thank you for the presentation. And I suggest you to pass to the next startup we have. It's Alexander Grigoriev with the project Pirogov AI. Alexander, are you here with us?
Yes.
Great.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself and our project, Pirogov AI.
Can you just pass to the full screen mode?
Yes. One moment.
Просмотр, полный экранный режим. Thank you.
So, Pirogov AI, artificial intelligence diagnostics and clinical decision support system, which enables to diagnose ear, nose, and throat conditions and do it with accuracy of 95%. The problem we solve is that ENT diseases diagnostics accuracy much depends on human factor. First of all, the experience and qualification of the doctor. The research which have been made in United States shows that general practitioners like therapists and pediatricians do mistakes in 50% of cases. And even ENT specialists do mistakes in each fourth case. And artificial intelligence system can do diagnostics with much higher accuracy. Our solution enables to make an accurate diagnosis on a first try. That's reduced patient's treatment period, losses from temporary disability, and reduce the amount of insurance payments where it is applicable. It's also improved the quality of the medical care for the patients, and the feedback from the patients about the doctors and clinics they choose, and thus improve the reputation of the clinic and its rating. At present, our system is used as an assistant for ENT doctors to help them determine diagnosis, but also filling out the patient's electronic records and for the quality control. In perspective, we understand that our solution could be used by the general practitioners, therapists, pediatricians, family doctors, in combination with portable endoscope and our application for smartphone. So it's also could be used for self-diagnostics and telemedicine. So how it works? The doctor or the patient makes a photo with digital endoscope. The photo is loaded to the system, and the system returns back the screen with the result, with the probable diagnosis. Taking this information into consideration, the doctor determines the diagnosis and proposes the treatment. Our solution is working in 4 private clinics in Russia. It has an API interface, so it could be integrated with other medical software systems and solutions. At present, the system can do diagnostics of 10 most recent diseases of air, and we expanding the list of diagnoses to the diseases of nose and throat. Our target audience is global. About 6% of the population suffers each year from diseases of air in different countries, and it's about 500 million people annually in a global scale, and 9 million patients in Russia. We have competitors on the international market. One of them is in Canada, another in South Korea, but our solution is has better characteristics in terms of accuracy. We managed to do such high accuracy as we used over 12,000 verified cases. Each of them was checked and confirmed by the consortium of 3 medical experts. We start pilot testing in 4 private clinics in Russia this year. Next year, we plan to start commercial sales with expansion on the Russian market and CIS countries. And in 2022, we plan to enter the foreign markets as well. Among our partners is one of the largest specialized ENT private clinic in Europe, with total number of 24 doctors working full-time. Our team consists of experienced professionals in all the necessary spheres. We have strong medical expertise. We have strong competence in IT and artificial intelligence systems, as well as sales, marketing, business development. We are searching for investors on the round A to raise 0.65 million for continuing to train our system for new diagnosis, IT infrastructure, marketing, and promotion. We are open for cooperation with private clinics, with potential investors, and general practitioners who are interested in our product. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alexander. Thanks for this presentation. Yeah. And I'm screening the chat in order to see if we have questions for Alexander. Please, if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to ask.
Скажите, пожалуйста, можно по-русски, да?
Можно по-русски, да.
Хочу бы спросить, как определиться точность диагностики результатов, да, вот, потому что, как известно, любая болезнь основана на разных факторах. То есть врачи обычно же спрашивают подробность вот, у пациента, да, вот, чем жалуется. А в вашей диагностике на основании именно картинок, да, вот фотографий, как сравнивать точность? То есть как у вас написано, что 95% точности это клинический результат или что?
Да.
Можно
Эти результаты основываются на исследовании, которое мы проводили для проверки точности нашей системы в одной из частных клиник наших партнеров, в которой наша система, в частности, используется для контроля качества работы врачей. Эндоскопическое обследование – это инструментальный метод, он дает объективную картину, поэтому здесь, в общем, такой вполне обоснованный и доказательный подход. При проверке системы, как я уже говорил, результаты тестирования системы сверялись с мнением консилиума врача, и консилиум врачей подтвердил, что наша система работает с высокой точностью. Мы готовы с потенциальными партнерами провести пилотное тестирование, поделиться результатами нашего исследования, которое мы делали с клиникой наших партнеров.
Okay. Alexander, we have another question for you. Regarding your solution, can you tell a bit more in details about how you are improving or reducing some criteria? Like, for example, how much time you save for doctor, treatment for patients?
Okay, I understand. Regarding the saving the time, we do some automation for filling out these health records for each patient, which could save from 5 to 10 minutes for a doctor. And thus the doctor can spend this time for communication with the patient and some more important things rather than to fill in the papers. That's also important. What was the second part of the question?
Excuse me. How you improve or reduce some metrics? For example, how much time you save for doctor, or how you provide treatment for patients?
And for patient. Based on the statistics for Russia, average period of disability due to air diseases is about 10 days. If the doctor was wrong doing the diagnosis, there is a risk that the patient have to be treated twice. So at least it will be 20 days in average. And if we reduce the risk of wrong diagnosis and do it with accuracy of 95%, so in most cases, the patients will be treated in less period of time and do not have to go to the doctor twice.
Okay, thank you. Another question. Using your solution, is there any legal risk for the doctors or hospitals?
In accordance with the Russian legislation, and I think it's in most of the countries more or less the same, the final diagnosis is done by a doctor, and it's the doctor's responsibility on what recommendations he relies to artificial intelligence system or to advice of his colleague or whatever he wants. So the final responsibility is on the doctor's side. We are not at the stage when artificial intelligence can do a diagnosis without doctor. But at this stage, we already have a system which is reliable enough to considered by the doctors as serious and useful advising and assistance tool.
Okay, thank you. The next question is in Russian. Как вы оцениваете ваш потенциал с учетом конкуренции? Сбер, МИДСИ, правительство Москвы, они давно работают над аналогичными решениями, и данных у них, очевидно, больше, что, следовательно, улучшает работу искусственного интеллекта.
Я не соглашусь с тем, что у них больше данных. Если, я так понимаю, больше речь идет о искусственном интеллекте применительно к снимкам КТ, к борьбе с ковидом и так далее. Здесь ситуация совершенно другая. По эндоскопическим изображениям важно ведь не только наличие данных, важно наличие размеченных датасетов и правильно обученных систем. Поэтому в настоящее время на российском рынке у нас аналогичных конкурентов нет. Есть в Канаде и в Южной Корее, но не в России. С точки зрения потенциала работы с МИДСИ, с правительством Москвы, мы общаемся, мы ведем переговоры там, с представителями Департамента здравоохранения Москвы. Наша система уже получила предварительные оценки, достаточно хорошие. Сейчас мы планируем проведение полномасштабной процедуры клинического тестирования с профильной организацией Департамента здравоохранения Москвы.
Thank you. Any other questions for Alexander? Or
Alexander, about price. About your price, what's include? Could you please explain what's included in your price? $3.
That's the price for using our system in a telemedicine scenario. When somewhere at the place, the doctor makes a photo of the ear of a patient, sends this photo to us, and our system returns back the probable diagnosis. That's it. In case if that local doctor needs some additional consultation with ENT specialist from our partner's clinic, that would be another payment, but it could be done as a complex service.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, Alexander, as usually, experts can contact you by organizers, so they will be in touch with you for further interactions. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, thank you. So the next project we have is Konstantin Pevchich with Skinport. Konstantin, are you with us?
Yep. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Konstantin, please share your screen.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yes, perfect.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Let me start. Hello, everybody. My name is Konstantin Pevchik. I am one of the founders of the project. I believe, and I will try to convince you to believe, that a unique universal tool has been created which increases the efficacy of delivering of the life-changing medicines that are fueling growth and contributing value to patients and society. At the same time, we estimate the better economics of the procedure while maintaining it is more effective. Fear of needles is a major obstacle to increasing adherence to injectable therapy and personal monitoring of the medication use. In different regions of the world, from 10 to 25% of population suffer from this syndrome. This is about 1 billion people. Among children, this problem is twice as common. We have developed may I do this later? Do you need my video?
It's okay, but we can't hear you anymore.
You can hear me?
Now we can.
Strange.
We can't hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
So you did not hear me from the very beginning?
Yes, from the beginning of this slide.
From the beginning of this slide, strange. Okay, I'm here. Now we have developed and produced an innovative penless intradermal penetration tool, not only for aesthetic therapy, but for many medication practices as vaccination, immunology, dentistry, and others. In the fight for pain-free procedures, alternative methods of intradermal penetration are used, but each of them has significant drawbacks. We choose the optimal solution, from our opinion, silicone hollow microneedles, which are relieve pain and therefore fair, reduce the procedure time, guarantee compliance with its protocol. At the same time, silicone technologies have virtually unlimited possibilities for expanding the functionality, since they are the basic for digitalization of our life. The prototype has a high level of technology readiness and production readiness. It means that we are already producing pilot batches, which we actually checked with professional cosmetologists, and the results are very attractive. Of course, we have competitors in Israel, in Canada, in Ireland, but only one of them, Nanosoft, entered the commercial markets. Our product has a different design and number of functional advantages. With our product, we won Demo Day on Ipsen Startup Challenge this year. Ipsen is one of the biggest manufacturers of aesthetic injectables in the world. Botulina and mesotherapy market is about $15 billion US, gives us an excellent starting position. The vaccine market and others also associated with intradermal manipulation have similar estimations. The skin part turns out to be a huge segment with an excellent growth forecast. The project team has both excellent engineering and clinical expertise as well as academic expertise. Each team member has a successful experience in bringing their own products to the commercial market. The summer break in production made it possible to work out new markets. The sincere interest of the Research Institute of Vaccines and Serum in Immunology and Sechenov University in Endocrinology forces us to open 2 more spin-off projects, because we will need to adjust the design of applicator for new tasks. The pain-free nature of new devices will increase patients' adherence to medications from any manufacturer. The safety and ease of use of the device will bring them to the B2C market. Personalization of the protocol will increase the effectiveness of the application. From such progress, it's impossible to refuse to collaborate with us, I believe. After that, we developed for self-use, a model for self-use on soft ampoules for home mesotherapy, for online sales, and prototype of more complex version, which can make an analysis and prepare the optimal composition of the drugs. As a conclusion, the experience of the team members allows us to understand the risks of the project, and the team is able to manage and mitigate any potential threats. Thank you for your attention. I will be glad to answer your question.
Thank you, Konstantin.
Should I stop the presentation to read questions?
Yeah, please ask your questions. You can do it by voice. Yeah, Wahid.
Yeah, I'm Wahid Supriyadi. I'm former ambassador to Russia until July. Now I represent some companies in Indonesia in areas of investment, including healthcare portfolio and so on. So I'm interested in your presentation. Could you give me, I can send you my email address, what you have with your presentation, if I'm not mistaken. That is about the unpainful equipment for syringe. It's like syringe. Is it a replacement of syringe or?
Yeah, it's an applicator for the standard syringe. You can use the standard syringe.
Mm-hmm. So it is not an equipment replacing syringe. So it's still just syringe, right?
No, it's absolutely lock standard syringe, and you can use the applicator and ready to use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm typing my email in the chat.
Yeah, I will send you my email. Yeah.
Yes, you can exchange the emails in chat, and also the organizers can help you to exchange the contacts.
Thank you very much.
So send me this is my email. Send me the presentation. Yeah.
Yeah, I will send you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. Also, a question that we have for you. Any estimated ROI for using your product from the perspective or paid customers?
Yes, so I have it in my presentation, but I should share the screen back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's three slides on Russian, but the ROI and IRR is very very standard terms, so you can read the main efficiency. So we have the full business plan. We know the cost. It's not the price. We know the cost of the production, and we have estimation of the project.
Okay, we have also a question on how much does a unit cost and how to make a sample order. So how much the unit costs, it's on the screen, I suppose?
Cost is on the screen. The price will be the price for the test batches will be on the cost price. So we will not earn the profit on it. Our projection for the sale a little bit bigger, of course. And I can say that there I can send you. There are small test batches on the cost as for vaccination as well as for the aesthetic therapy for both. So it's different models. So just send me a letter and we will sign the contract, and I will send you.
Okay, great. While waiting for the other questions, I have one, if I may. So as I understand, you're targeting Asian markets.
Yep, because I saw a lot of good examples that they are really fond of their aesthetic therapy. So I can say that these needle techniques, they reach us from the Asia. So I believe that they understand how it works much better than Europe.
Yeah, and actually my question was, did you analyze competitors on these markets?
Yeah, of course, sure. I told that there were only one competitor on the commercial market. It's Israel company Nanopass with the product Nanosoft. They started using it with also with the Ipsen product from the FieldMed branch. I do not remember the name of the medicine. They started, but their price is twice more, and they use the vaccination model for the aesthetic cases. Our product is designed for aesthetic. It's more effective for working on skin quality, on skin health. So I can tell that we have the special version for mesotherapy. So that's why I believe our product has better perspective.
Okay, thank you, Konstantin. We'll wait for some more questions or any feedbacks you have and you would like to share. You can do it by switching on your mic or by typing on chat. Okay, so if we don't have any other questions, Konstantin, thank you for your presentation. Yeah. So let's pass to our next project. Is Alexander Popov with the startup TalkBank. Alexander is here with us. So we will ask our colleagues to share the presentation of Alexander. Alexander and the presentation of TalkBank. Yeah, just a second. We will launch the presentation. Alexander?
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah, just. Okay.
Okay. Hello, my name is Alexander, and I represent Bank. It's a neobanking platform with artificial intelligence which helps to marketplace and aggregators to provide their services in terms of fintech and robotization of support. So you can see on the next slide. Okay, yeah, this is a scheme of our platform. So you can see that we serve different types of clients. It's a personal clients and business clients. We have conversational channels like chatbots and messengers, artificial intelligence AI speakers like Yandex Station now. It could be implemented in any smart device which support dialogue or conversational interface. So it can be implemented in chat in mobile banking application or another application or website and so on. For our side, we have APIs for service providers like banks, like insurance company, investment company, merchants which provide their goods to users, or any other service providers like my marketplaces. So we help with our platform to these service providers make it in digital way with full robotization and providing any financial services that this marketplace need to provide their customers. Next slide. Why we see this solution is best for the market? Because it's a natural evolution of banking channels. As you can see on this slide, which based on research of Accenture, the conversational banking is the future of banking, and we right now here, so we provide chatbot banking and artificial intelligence for virtual assistants like Google Home or Siri and so on to be implemented in the Internet of Things and provide everywhere banking conception. On the next slide, because world is changing and we see that main players like Google and so on develop their Apple and so on develop their virtual assistants, and a lot of people wants to use it for everyday services, for everyday buying and shopping, and a lot of people use social media to make their shopping online. And you can see that a lot of players become marketplaces like Alibaba, Amazon, and so on, and they trying to make their financial services for their clients. And that's why we provide ready solutions for marketplaces to help them to compete with large players. Next slide. The same situation right now in Russia. So you can see that main marketplace start to develop their financial services. Also, we have changing in our regulation. In Russia, we have a special tax regime. It's self-employed. For self-employed, which helps to provide service from physical providers, individual providers to companies in legal field, and we helps to do it for marketplaces. Next slide. So we resolve few main problems of marketplaces. It's working with self-employed. It's providing payment and payout solution in one integration. It's helped with support of end users because they have a lot of questions about financial issues, and our robot helps to resolve it in full automated way. And in terms of KYC and anti-fraud solutions, we also provide built-in behavioral solution based on our artificial intelligence. Next slide. So we provide full-featured solutions for marketplaces to create all necessary financial infrastructure to take payments, to make payouts, to take fees on these transactions, to make a safe deal for the users, and provide full regulated KYC to work in legal field. Next slide. So it helps to make any marketplace integrated with financial solutions, banking solutions, insurance solutions, and our financial services, which we want to implement in their marketplace. And we see all of marketplaces move to this direction. So we try to make some financial services for their providers, for their stores, and we are the best fintech hub for this kind of business. Next slide. So we see that the market is great and it's developed on few segments where we work right now and develop our business. And it's very fast growing because e-commerce market moved from traditional internet shops to marketplace formats, and we help to do and work with financial issues for these players. Next slide. So we can compare our solution with traditional financial service or mobile banks. We can see that first of all, we help to marketplaces and individuals to become our clients in the fastest way. So you don't need to download any application to become our client or client of our marketplace in terms of financial services. You need only a few clicks to get in chatbot, and after that you get all KYC procedures without any extra trying. Also, it's easy to change and upgrade because you don't need to download any upgrades on the markets application market, and after that wait for users which who needs to download these new applications and so on. You do it in fast way on your site, on the servers, and we have special chatbot platform to make this process as fast as can be. And third, but maybe main point, that we provide all our service with artificial intelligence, so you don't need to have extra contact center to serve your clients in terms of financial services, because we take all these questions on our site and can serve large audiences with power of artificial intelligence. And we do it right now. So we have partnerships with Visa, MasterCard, mobile operators like Tele2, large financial groups like Industrak in Russia. And we can support large audiences with our chatbots. Next slide. So we provide a few extra points to our partners. We can save a lot of money for banks and financial services, which works on our platform. And of course, we can divide this economy with our partners like marketplaces, which get our financial services cheaper than from traditional banks. Next slide. So we have platform business model. So we have different directions. It's B2B2C main direction when we work with marketplaces. It's B2B when we work directly with individuals and provide their banking via chatbots in any messengers. And B2B when we provide them our chatbot platform and power of our artificial intelligence platform to make internal process for their business. Right now we work with different players, but the largest from them is Visa and MasterCard. Next slide. So we have right now 6 integrations with banks. We support 5 main messengers, including WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and virtual assistants. We use different delivery service to provide full KYC and providing delivery of documents to the end users and clients. We issue Visa and MasterCard cards, plastic and virtual, so our cards can be issued to Apple Pay or Google Pay or Samsung Pay in few clicks, and that's why we can scale our business in a fast way. Also, we have a few awards, international awards from Europe and Brazilian markets. We became a profitable company in last year with more than $1.5 million revenue. We get $500,000 profit last year and 6 times growth if compared to 2018. Also, we have more than 100 B2B partners right now and more than 300,000 end users which use our chatbots. Next slide. So we're thinking about global scaling. Right now, we opened a company in Europe and on the way to opening business in Brazil. Also, we have a few connections in Japan. That's why we're looking also in Asian markets. But our technology can be easily scaled on different markets because we use a ready infrastructure of local messengers and local banks. That's why it's easy to scale our business in any market due to our platform, which don't need to be licensed by local regulators. And that's why it's easy to open business not only in Europe or South America market, but also on the markets of Asia. Next slide. Yeah. So we need $2 million for a round to scale our business. And on the next slide, next slide. Yep. So I would like to answer to your questions.
Okay, thank you, Alexander, for the presentation. Yeah, the Russian representation asks you to send the presentation on the chat. Colleagues, please, can you send the presentation on the chat? I think we can. Можем поделиться презентацией?
Да, конечно.
Okay, so do you have any questions for Alexander? Please feel free. Yeah, Alexander, maybe I have a question for you. So you mentioned that the Asian markets are a priority for you for the expansion.
We scale our business globally. We have a few connections with banks on Japanese market. So we look at Asian markets because Asian people love to use different types of messengers. We have close experience with banks which start working in messengers, but also we can provide special services for marketplaces, which also vastly developed on these markets, as we know, and provide our technology of robot support to this kind of players.
Okay. Did you analyze the competition on these markets? What
Yeah.
are your main benefits?
Main players only start develops their chatbots for financial banking services, and we have 4 years of experience on this field, and we develop it to providing 90% optimization of communication end users with our chatbots, which is very high for this kind of solutions. The second point that we develop our solution to support third-party services like marketplaces, taxi aggregators, and so on. So our technology can be easily implemented in their process and their interfaces, mobile applications or websites or their chatbots. So which helps to launch our project with these clients in 2-3 months, which is highly effective and fast for market, and that's why we have external ask from players, from marketplaces who want to use our technology. Right now, that's why we see, that's why we look into Asian market, because a lot of players want to use our technology.
Okay, that's great, and it's also great that you have already some Japanese clients. Okay, so Anastasia shared with you the presentations of today's startups. You can download them, or you can contact her for any further contacts or details. Meanwhile, do you have any other questions for Alexander? Let's wait a little bit. You can ask your questions by voice, by switching on your mic, or by typing them on the chat room. Okay, Alexander, I think that the experts will contact you further through the organizers. Thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's check if we are ready for. Let's check if we are ready for the next presentation. The next project we would like to present you. It's the bank future of Alexander Vissarov. Alexander, are you ready?
Good afternoon. So let's start.
Yes. Please share your screen.
Video. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alexander Vissarov, and I'm founder of Bank Future project. Today, I would like to show you our new methods to sell investment and life insurance products in retail banks. You know that a problem of individual investments are very huge, I think, because a lot of people in Asia too don't have any investment capital. But we know how banks can offering different investment products and sell these products and earning a lot of commission. Sorry. This is our product. Cash Future is a new loyalty program. AI is sold. This is our main product, what we are providing in Russian market, and I think in Asia it will be interesting too. Front-end Bank Future and blockchain. It's a corporate closed blockchain based on IBM blockchain technologies. Then we come to bank office. I think, sorry, you don't see. You will see a product presentation without any personalization. So in a screen on a laptop or maybe desktop computer, also it can be printed sheets, but you will see different products, banks products, investment products. And sorry, okay, but you know, our clients, they're dreaming about something and dreams on their future. We know clients' dreams, and we can offering financial products based on clients' dream. Here you can see our front end for banks manager, where manager gotta put some small information about their clients. For example, it could be birthday, sex, wife, their child. Other information we can get from bank's CRM using our open API. And in one click, our Asol is creating a personal strategy to the client's future. Here you can see that Asol is offering to clients save the money and create a capital in 5 years. Also, we are offering to our clients to create a capital for education his daughter, and also start to create a pension plan. To other clients, Asol will offering a personal strategy how to start his own business, for example, in 3-4 years, because we know that this client is dreaming about his own business. Somebody is dreaming about amazing traveling around the world. In 2-3 years, I think that COVID epidemic will stop, and with money, our clients will go to, for example, in America or in Russia traveling. And we are offering how he can get their dream based on financial products that bank is selling. This is our architecture of our artificial Asol. So using different API, we can connecting with Watson. It's IBM AI with CRM Bank, also with big data of mobile operators. And also we've got some good solution for top manager of banks, because in our admin panel, they can rule selling, they can get all statistics. So it's a good instrument to say, to rule of all bank branches, for example. Of course, we've got some, we've got B2C solution for mobile banking, for website, and our banks can use this solution. This is our front end, and what API we've got for life insurance company, for example, for wealth management, for bank CRM, of course, too. This is additional instruments that we are providing in our Asol. Today we are working with 4 Russian banks, 3 Russian life insurance company, and we've got a good plan in next year in Russia. Our monetization depends from sales growth. So, and banks, they are interested to work with us as a partners, because we are earning only in that moment, then sales are growing, non-zero gain. What we are looking for, Asian markets for us is more interesting than Europe or America, because Asia is growing very quickly, and investment life insurance products they are more and more interesting as an individual person and also for banks. So we are looking for partners in the banks, wealth company, life insurance company, and also accelerator programs to start a business in Asia. This is our team. Most of us, we are finished physics department in the Moscow State University, and we've got a good experience in the financial market, in the banks, in life insurance. And also we've got a good partner, CTO, Kiva Vladimir. So our team, I think, is a dream team. Thank you very much. This is my contacts, and I'm ready to answer on your question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Yes, please feel free to share your feedback, your questions with Alexander. As usually, you can type them or you can ask it by voice. So Alexander, the question for me, so I see that you have the platform quite developed. It's in Russian. Do you plan to translate it in other languages? And if so, what, how many efforts you should and resources you should mobilize to do this?
Yeah, at next year, I think in February, we will get English version, and we can provide different languages and translate our solution very quickly in every Asian language, because our structure of architecture of our solution is ready to translate. So it's not a problem, but today we've got a lot of work with the Russian banks. That's why we don't have English language yet.
Okay, great. And besides the language, do you think that any other adaptations should be done, for example, in order to enter the Asian market?
Actually, products in a financial market, as in Asia or in Europe and Russia, absolutely the same. Life insurance, mutual fund, pension plan. There are differences in tax returns, but it's not a problem because we are customized in admin panel, so it's not in a code in the admin panel. Very easy. I think that's all different.
Okay, and just to clear the message, so you're working for partners in Asian markets.
Mm-hmm.
What is the ideal partner for you? Is it a VC fund or a customer? What you're looking for?
I'm looking for, I think, businessman who knows banks, life insurance company in a local country. We don't need a lot of money to customize and provide this solution to customer. So I think that best way is a businessman who knows people, right people.
Okay, so we have also a question from our expert in Vietnam. How long does it take for setting up the solution for life insurer in a new country such as Vietnam?
How
long does it take? Yeah.
I think 1-2 months, and we will provide you in Vietnam language with Vietnam financial products. So just 1-2 months.
Okay, it's quite quick, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have an estimation of a budget you need to do it?
For first country, we are ready to make for free, so we don't need a lot of investment.
Okay, so Alexander is ready to do a pilot project
For
without any budget. So I think that it's a good opportunity to try it on Asian markets. Do we have other questions for Alexander? Let's wait a little bit. So maybe just to clarify, do you know your main competitors on these markets?
Of course, I know. First one is mathematics, because in our solution, a lot of mathematics. Also, it's machine learning models and other mathematics that we are providing for our customer, for our partners. So the first one is the mathematics. Also, we know financial products, different financial products, banks, mutual funds, pension, life insurance, and we can combine different products in one solution for our customer. So it's a portfolio way.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alexander. If we don't have any feedbacks or questions, it was our last startup for today. It would be good if you can share your general feedback on the session. Yeah, so you can do it by switching on your mic. The next session that we will have is the session with our European experts. So if there is no additional questions, I would like to thank you for joining us today. It was the special format the organizers tried to realize for the first time with the international experts, and hope it will continue, and we will see you soon during the other sessions with other startups. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Business Russia, and good luck with all the teams. Thank you.